Cooking. I'm done cooking for my dinner, so it's so messy. Okay, anyway, right now I'm watching the ghost. Well, it's the ghost show in Indonesia that is really popular right now. But this ghost show is talking about the is talking about a real experience, spirit that is already passing, but then some of them it get stuck, probably they can't cross the lights. So this team it calls DMS, so trying to digging more deeper what's going on when they still alive, like us as a human when they're still alive. So beside interviewing this spirit when they're alive, right now they just interacting with them, and then try to get an answer what's going on, why they still not crossing the lights. And it's pretty much it give all of us experience, and then it teaching us how to appreciate we're as a human that's still alive, still breathing, still enjoying anything, everything in this earth. So, I mean, since I'm watching this show, I'm just like learning more about like spirits, and then people die. Probably they're not happy when the accident they kill them, or some trauma that is still carry till these days in their different world than us, because we still can see and touch, but they can't see and they can't touch. So yeah, and then this episode is talking about they find two spirits. I believe three spirits. Sorry, three spirits. Two girls and then one boy. So they came and then exploring one house in Indonesia. I don't know where the exactly the location at, but this house is like empty, and then nobody's living or staying in this house. Probably the abandoned house, so they trying to build this house, but I don't know what happened. Maybe in the years that they're still building the house and then still not finished, and then they have to sell it maybe, or just abandon it. Like, it's a lot of like that, guys, in Asia. They build really nice house, but they can't finish it, probably not enough money, or they get bankruptcy, or some houses they live already in there, but then it get really bad history. It could be the owner get killed by the burglar or something like that. So it is so much happening in Asia. So yeah, and then these houses is like huge. It's like a castle. Probably three storage or three, I don't, two or three, but then it's huge, guys. And then they get there in this house, empty house, so much like dusty, and then bad bird everywhere. So uh anything place like that that is nobody living in there, 80% or almost 90% it will be something else in there beside the dust and then the bird and then whatever the bug in there. So you guys have to watch out when you go exploring old town, that you don't know why is that house empty, or abandoned or something like that. So you have to watch out, and then you have to say excuse first before you guys entering the houses, because we never know what's in it in the house. And then it's like a human, you interacting with a human, but instead of human is a spirit. So you have to be like you entering somebody's houses, you have to say like, oh, excuse me, and then you have to wait until the owner to let you in. So but yeah, like that, the picture. So and then they went to this house, and they found two girls, the two spirits girl, and then one guy. And then this one guy they passing the when they alive, he's always like take everything a grant take everything in granted. So then he's like he comes from a really nice and then rich family. So he's when he's young, and then he don't really appreciate his life. He felt that nobody care about him, and then he felt like nobody care about him. So he end up with like wrong friends. They hang out with the wrong people. They hang out with I don't know, like gang maybe, or a drug user. So he ended up being addicting with heroin. And then Matt, which is Matt Crystal Matt. There you go, Matt Crystal Matt. So I don't know if you guys noticed. A while back, we go back to 1999 or 1998. So in Asia, it's really a lot of young millennia that get overdose, or they use so much different kind of drugs, or probably they overdose because of the pills, sleeping pills, heroin, and then crystal meth or ecstasy. So but this story, this dude is just get overdosed by heroin and then crystal meth. So when he's live, he just like using and keep using and keep using, and then the family caught him using the drugs, and then they sent him into a facility that to clean up his system. And then one time is his success to clean up, and then try to be clean, not to using so much drugs. And then I don't know what's going on. Probably he get broke up with girlfriends, or somebody hurts him again, and then he felt that nobody cared about him, and nobody cared about his feeling, why he felt like so empty when he's alive. So he's going back, hanging out with the bad people, which is using drugs and da da da. And then he's stuck with the heroin for like pretty much like 2 years. So 1999 and then 2 years, so it's about like 2001. So I don't know if you guys realize, or probably the subscriber here, or the whoever that watch here, probably some of you guys know, some of you guys still don't know. So 1999 to 2003 2004, that long. So people, not just a young fellas, it's also older people. They using so much drugs, they sell drugs, they just, I don't know, they go to party all the time, and then they end up like they get addicting with drugs. So it's so pity that he felt that the family doesn't care about him, but he's just surrounding with the everything, guys. The family is rich. Every Whatever he want is always there. Whatever he want, he's always like, he got it. But I don't know, when people got really attached with something like drugs, alcohol, or girls, stripper, whatever you name it, guys, millennia, we all knows, gambling. So but this story is back to heroin and then crystal meth. And then when he was using heroin, and then he get caught again with family, right, with parents, and then they sent him again into a rehab. And then the family thought that he's gonna clean like the first time that he get caught. And then yeah, he's showing to the family that I can do this, I can just forget about heroin. And then 1 year he's sober, bravo for him. And then he got into a freaking crystal meth for another years. And then he get really skinny and skinnier and skinnier. And then, but luckily, you guys know crystal meth, it can just make people like hallucinating. And then personality disorders really changing, guys. You have to be careful. So if you like, among of like really people that use a lot drugs, any kind of drugs, guys, but the worst drugs, which is the crystal meth, it can change freaking people mind. It can just manipulating people. It just, you can't even tell that person is the same person as you know him or her 10 years ago or 5 or a year 2 years ago. Because I do have a friends like that. I really care about this dude. He's like my best friend, my brother. And then we grown up here in California. When I'm first time I got into California, I don't have a friends. I don't have nobody. Even though I went to high school and that I'm just like really quiet person. Just go to school and go home. Go to school and go home. And then one time I met this dude at church. So we introduced each other, and then his parents really close with my parents, with my mom. So we end up like really best friend, like really really close. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, we just split up because when you grown up, you just try to find your own self. So I hang out with different people, different friends, and then he's also doing the same thing. And then one moment I met him again, and then we become like not team, like a friends group. And then we hanging out so often. And then one time I saw his personality is changing, and then his body is changing. Even he is freaking lose his teeth, guys, like 2 or 3 in the front. I'm like, what is going on with you? And it's, oh no, I'm fine. I just fall into something and then hit my mouth, and then I broke my teeth. I said, okay, that's just me. I'm like, I'm so naive and that. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. But then a lot of my other group friends always keep telling me, you hanging out with this dude, do you know this dude doing this? And then I found out that he's using crystal meth, guys. I don't know for how long, but for sure it just like hit him so bad. He's losing the calcium in his teeth, so you can imagine how far he's been using that drugs. So, and then when I'm interacting with him or talking, his personalities change, and then the way he look at people or look at me, it's just like blank, like there's nothing, in your eyes, in his eyes, like spark. There's no spark at all. It's just like freaking blank. So and then I realized that this dude, it just get stuck, and then get I don't know, you just get stuck, I guess, with that life for quite a while before we met again in that moment. And then it happened so fast, guys. It happened so fast. And I still remember when I first time I met him, he was just still innocent guy. And then a year, 2 years, he's disappeared. I'm disappeared, and then we met again, and then he's just totally different person. And then now I don't know where he is now. So I wish him the best. Hopefully he's doing great. Hopefully it's not overdose or anything somewhere over there. I don't know. I'm just wishing him the best because he is still like my age. Probably he's older than me, like 1 year or 2 years, I forgot. But yeah, I wish him well. Hopefully he can find his old soul that he has when I met him, or the first time we met, at least, I wish he still carried the great memories about his friend, his family, or whoever that known him when he's still innocent between that years. So it can keep him alive, guys, or surviving from really like crazy mental health and crazy physically health, because you never know what's gonna happen inside your organ when you're using so much drugs. It's gonna screw you, your liver, your psychology. That's really important. And then another, I don't know, if you think about the organ, it has among us thing inside our body. We never know. Even you drink freaking alcohol only, you can screw up your liver. So can you imagine when you keep using drugs and drugs, you can't see it, you just smoke it, you, I don't know, you sniff or smoke. So yeah, you can't sleep every day, you become hallucinating. Your life is not peaceful, guys, trust me. If whoever over there, please, this is 2020 right now. So I don't get it why people still enjoying that kind of life, like and especially in Indonesia right now, there's so much like actress, actor, whoever famous over there, they're still doing drugs. Some they selling freaking drugs, some they use it as a user because they can't sleep, they stress or whatever the excuse they give it. I got it, because you guys being pressure, your job is pressure, you have to deal with humans every day, you have to fake your smile every day in front of TV. We never know, guys, we see them very happy on the TV, right? But I don't know, you make a lot of money, you have to be strong if you want to be famous. I don't care, you become famous because it's your job from beginning, or you get lucky and then you get jumped and then suddenly you become famous, but you're mentally and physically, especially mentally, your psychology is not really strong, and then bam, you facing like people, you facing pressure, time pressure, schedule, and then people want you to be this, people want you to be happy, people want you to be that, so you become a slave. So, and people don't understand that because they just not prepared, some people they prepare when they're young, probably they, this is what I want, and then little by little they, they become like personality, and then they're strong, and then when they're famous or they're successful, the mentality is already built, guys. But some mentality they still not built because they just sudden happen. So it has two different kind of life, two different kind of personality when you, yeah. So that's more deep. The information is more deep, but let's just cut it in just right here. So yeah, I wish my friends the best. I haven't talked to him for 12 years now, so I tried to contact him in Facebook a while ago, before I get married with my husband, or probably already married with my husband. So yeah, I tried to reach out to him, but nothing, zero answer. So yeah, I just don't want him to be dead somewhere, maybe in Indonesia. Maybe he's going back to his country, or he's still here, but I just don't know where. So I just want him to be happy, because he's been so much tough time, not just by himself, it's also about his family and stuff, but I don't want to talk about it here. But yeah, so hopefully he wake up one day and then he feel guilty, and then he's gonna like rebuild his life, and then show people that he's loved like parent, and then make them happy, and then just live regular as a human like us, just working, build family, maybe find some girl and then get married and then have a kids. I wish him like that. So yeah, okay, so hopefully you guys learn from this, not tutorial, come on Vera, this conversation. I know if people don't know me, probably people thinks that I'm like just always fun and then happy go lucky or something like that. When old people told me like, oh, you like happy go lucky, I'm like, no bro, I'm not happy go lucky. You just don't know. If you sit down with me and talk really like deep with me, you will know and you will find out who I am. But if people just crossing on my life and then they just like see me only probably Saturday, Sunday, or during freaking weekend, even though my coworker, like whoever know me, like, yeah, I will say coworker, just put it that way, coworker. So they not really understand who I am. They just saw me at work, because work, you just need to be focused at work. That's your job, right? You're not just like telling all your story with your friends, unless like we hanging out, and then either one of us or people try open up like telling story, and then you have to like tell your story too. But yeah, 70% people don't know me like exactly who I am. But here I try to open up with you guys, and then hopefully all my stories, my life, 36 years old I've been living this earth. It can help you guys that's still young maybe, and then some people still feeling lost, because we, even though we live here in this earth, with the same time, uh but everyone has a different time. Like when we grown up as a spiritual, or as individual, we always have a different mindset. So mindset is like probably like this. Some people like maybe farther than I am, but some people like still really really back there. So we never know, just share and then try to help. And if it's helping, that's great. If it's not, then just save it. Maybe you can use it in the future. So okay, I'm gonna continue my show. And don't get lost, guys. Use your timing, especially in this moment right now. It's really tough. People staying home, people can get lost. They can snapping one anytime, guys. So you have to be careful, and then you have to be thoughtful with maybe your friends, your neighborhood, or whoever live with you. So just try to calm. If they can't calm, at least you calm yourself. Because you also still breathing. You also have things to take care of yourself. So things can turn around differently, so you have to be prepared. So okay, guys, before I'm blah 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 here too long and then you get sick of me, so I'm just gonna close this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you guys watch my yoga stretching video this morning. I posted here in YouTube, so it can it give you guys energy just to move around at home, not feel bored, not feel stuck, because we have to get this all together, guys. We can do it. We can do this. Yes, go California, go. And then go away, you COVID-19. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. God bless you.